So, we do yes race. Who do I play as? I don't really have much of a preference these days. Let's go with Isabella. Isabella is cute. On the bike, the Flame Rider. Yeah, you know what? We do this with, of course, the Animal Crossing glider, because why not? Wait, what do you mean? Wait. Or did I... Am I... Isabelle, sorry. I mean... It doesn't really matter too much. It's a slight difference in name at the end. I didn't even notice I made a mistake. What am I doing? No items. We go for... which one do I do? I don't want to go too long on this one. Let's do the... I guess this is fine if we do... It's 2 hours, so... We do have to strap in a bit, I think. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. Random races? No, I think we still do the DLC tracks. That is the one I do want to get better at. Even though I don't practice at all. So yeah, let's see how this goes. 3, 2, 1, go. So it has been a while since I've played Mario Kart, or at least done a speedrun. I really don't do it often. And I'm not very good at it. I'd like to think I'm okay, but I'm not that good. Oh, Baby Mario's in front of me immediately, but that's okay. Goes here. Zato missing Mario Kart? Yeah. I haven't seen Zato around a lot, but I do know he's busy with work and stuff. So it's understandable. Oh, of course. Thought I was just far enough away. So you're trying to 100% stop your door. Oh, I thought you were going to just continue from that. I did read it. So what about it? What about the 100%? Because I assumed you were making a sentence. after that. You're just on chapter 2? Like, how long have you been playing it? I guess... Is it that much to 100% it? Oh. I got distracted. I was thinking. I guess I haven't... Like, I have played... Actually, have I played The Sounds of Mute? Or I've played Paper Mario. I've seen it, 100%. I don't know if I've played it, now that I think about it. Started the game Monday? Yeah, so it's been 2 days. I don't know how much time you have to play it, obviously. But chapter 2 sounds pretty early still. About 3 hours a day. Okay, so... I mean, at least with 100% you can take your time, right? You can just take it easy. Do all the things, enjoy the gameplay. Played a lot of the original game? Yeah. So it means you know most of it, just by heart, which is nice. Okay, we're still a bit behind. We have some, well, quite a lot of time to make up. You love the new arrangements and new music? Nice. It already had fantastic music, from what I recall, so... If it's even better, that's amazing. Then again, Nintendo music is always amazing, I feel like. There's sometimes where they miss a little bit, but most of the time they're all bangers. Let's get some coins. I have a feeling the musicians had fun in Paper Mario. Oh yeah, that's a good feeling. I have that a lot in the Mario Kart soundtrack as well. I mean, this track, I feel like that has that as well. Shit. Took it a little bit too tight there. Yeah, that's about to be expected if I bump into something at the end. Well, not quite at the end, but near the end. Oh, Coconut Mall. Classic. Baby Mario, what are you doing? Get back here. Oh shit. Not the best. We'll take it. I didn't answer your last private message, did I not? Or was that during the D&D stuff? Because I probably forgot. Like, I might have looked at it and then was like, oh, I need to focus on D&D, and just forgot to reply. I think that's why. And then I had a migraine on. I had a migraine on Monday, so I didn't really do a lot. Oh, you wish me a nice pizza? Yes, I remember that. I know that you did. I just didn't reply at the time, and then I think if I then see it again, like 2 days later or something, I'll be like, well, it's a bit late to reply now, so I don't. Because I feel awkward about it. I think that's classic, honestly. That you forget in the moment and then just later be like, I don't know I should reply to this, but I don't know what to say at this point because it's been like a couple of days. Also, tiny brain? What is that supposed to mean? How dare you? Tiny brains. Or two. No, I don't think anyone has tiny brain. So, some information is just harder for others than for some than others, and then other information is easier. It's like how I remember most, if not all, Pokemon, but then can't remember like actual names of people. Like I can remember like 800 Pokemon names, but one name of a person I've known for years? No, that's tough. I don't know if I can remember that. micro brain. Even smaller. Oh, we're returning to zoomies, or at least I'm trying to return to zoomies. Especially if you haven't seen a person for a while. Oh, 100%, yeah. And then you meet them again and you're like, yeah, right, you're, what was your name again? What was your name? It's always good to see you, I just don't remember what you're actually called. I mean, it's especially true as well if you know them through the internet mostly, and then you know their screen name. And you know their actual name as well, but then the screen name is more front and center in your brain. Hey, you! Yes, exactly. To like your best friend, you're like, ah, yeah, hey, you there. It's great to see you again. Names don't matter for friendship, true. Last time you had to call, although that's the name. You? Oh no. Oh yeah, it's... They contact you and they're like, oh hey, it's this person, and you're like, who? And then you're like, oh, from this and this, and you're like, oh, right, of course. How did I not remember? Being social is hard. I wanted to adjust my microphone, but I can't really do that when I'm speedrunning. It's fine. Get irked when a colleague DMs you on Teams with hi mate. Oh no. Is that because of it's too friendly? Or... Because I can see that. Why did I not take this shortcut? I guess we just took the scenic route a little bit. Just enjoy the scenery. I like that I got a gold on Tokyo Blur and then everything else is just red. Oh, the word bothers you. That's also fair. I get that. I don't think I like the word mate either. I also don't like bro, to be honest. Usually when if I do use bro, it's ironically. Generally speaking. The problem with using terms like that ironically is also that you have to watch out that it doesn't become like a thing that you then say unironically at some point. Because that can happen. That you just get used to using it ironically and then suddenly it's not ironic anymore and you're like, wait, shit, I didn't mean to do this. The other one's a famous neutral masculine term for guy. Yeah, I get that as well. I don't really have too much of a problem with guy. I have to stop there. That was awkward. But I do get why people would have issues with it. Are you not my bro? You're my friend, Charles. I think that's better, generally speaking. Maybe so. I guess some people would say bro is closer. I don't know. I don't think of it that way. I feel like I'm not on my A game here. Maybe I'm chatting too much. But then again, if I'm not chatting, then it would also be kind of boring for 2 hours. Not super boring, but just a little bit less interesting, I feel. For both me and chat as well. Because I need to keep myself entertained as well, you know? Have a good lurk, Zelda. Oh, damn it, I lost the boost. I let go of it slightly too late. Have a good rest of the day. Maybe I'll see you in a bit if you're still here. The taxis. There we go. And we go to the last bit. Through the parking garage. There we go. We finally saved some time again. In Swedish, you have multiple words for friends. That for you means how close friends you are. Ah, that makes sense. I think a lot of languages have something like that. I don't think... I'm trying to think if there's any of that in Dutch. There isn't really. This is fine. This is fine. We just hop over the sand. It's fine. We just take a very slow route for just a moment. We'll catch up. I think so. In Dutch, I think the best we have would be like friend and mate as well, or like. Yeah, I don't know. There's not. I can't think of good ones that would make sense. But also trying to think of that while focusing on the game at the same time is not ideal. There might be new words when we're growing up over 3 tiers. Compass Van and Bastavan? I never know how to pronounce those, but yeah, I was assuming that the last two were friend and best friend. I don't know what compass would be. I don't know if there's a translation for it at all. Is there something like that, or? Don't get hit by the train. I don't know why I went this route. Get those coins. Whenever I do speedruns like this, I feel like I should like practice more and actually figure out more skips or strategies for speedrunning. Because I never practice, and then I'm like, well, my speedruns are not getting much better at all. Google Translates as buddy. Okay. I ain't your buddy, pal. I ain't your pal, friend. I do love that one. Blame chat. Of course, always blame chat. When I'm slow on a speedrun, chat's fault, 100%. Always. Even though I'm the one playing. Compsognathus is a small friend-shaped scaly rat. You know what? I agree. I agree. That's the little dinosaur, isn't it? The... Oh god. Tiny boy? Tiny lad? Pinball sucks. At least the stage, I don't like it. I think I really liked the concept when I first played it. But playing through it more times, I'm like, I really don't like the metal balls hitting you and stuff, and the having to avoid the bumpers and things. It's just a bit of a mess for me. Like, especially this part. Where you have to keep an eye on where the metal balls are. And the bumpers and stuff. Because they will just bounce off of the bumpers and hit you. If you're not careful. Okay. Just don't get hits. There we go. Nice. Do I gain some time? I do. Still not doing good. Like, 10 seconds behind. And we're half an hour in. I can still make up for it. So my goal has been for a while to try and get under 2 hours on this speedrun. But as I said, I haven't really been improving at all. Or very little. It's definitely doable for me. But it would help a lot if I actually practiced and didn't mess around so much. But then again, I like messing around. Sydney Opera House. Okay. Through the Opera House. I'm pretty sure you can't drive in there normally. But they make an exception for Mario Kart, obviously. Because do you really want to say no to Bowser? Probably not. Oh, here we get ice physics, yay! But also penguins. And penguins are pretty cute, so kinda makes up for it. Was a bit awkward there, but we made it. I keep having to adjust for the physics. so slidey. Oh no. Penguin! I'm sorry. I wouldn't say no to Bowser either, or Bowsette. Ooh. Not fair. I would say hi, say no. I would say hi. I would say hi and then no. No, Bowser, get out of here. Whether he will listen to me is another point entirely. Probably not. But I can try. And I know from playing Mario a lot that if you just grab his tail, you can yeet him out of there. I mean, Mario makes it look easy, so maybe I can do it. I mean, how heavy could Bowser really be? How trolls that would look? Very cute, I'm sure. Just like the normal troll. Go, Isabelle. Oh my god, why am I so bad? Why am I doing so badly? I mean, we're only, what, 4th in? No. 3rd? A 3rd, I think. 7? 16? 32, 48, yes. 3rd. So we can still make up for things. Just some casual math while speedrunning Mario Kart, you know? Because who doesn't like some math? This track always makes me hungry. I just want ice cream now. But I don't have any in the freezer. Well, that actually reminds me. So I had a migraine on Monday. I think I mentioned this. But because I normally do my grocery shopping on Monday as well, I just wasn't feeling up for it. Like I couldn't really do much with the migraine, and it was raining. So normally I go on my bike, but of course in the rain, kind of sucks. Which channel you reached 1k channel points on? Oh, nice. Nice, Flappy. But yeah, so I didn't do my grocery shopping. And then I told my mom about the migraine, and she offered to do grocery shopping for me, which was very nice. So she did the shopping for me on Tuesday and brought it in just before I started streaming. So I just made a list for her, but it was very nice because it just meant that on Monday when I was dealing with the migraine, I wasn't constantly thinking like, oh, I should do grocery shopping, I just can't right now, but I should, and like, because you get in your own head, right? And it actually makes it more difficult to recover. And that knowing that my mom was going to do it for me actually made it easier for me to snap out of it and relax a bit. Which is probably why when Tuesday actually rolled around that I didn't really have the migraine anymore. Like I'd recovered fully. So yeah, I love my mom. And then I asked her today, or well later Tuesday I think after stream. I was like, how much was it so I can pay you back? And she was like, no, it's just a gift. And I'm like, on one hand I want to be like, no, I want to pay, but on the other it's so sweet. Steven, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone. How was your stream? I can't give you a shout out right now. I don't know if Aura's in chat. You can do it. Otherwise I will do it or try to do it quickly after this race. But I don't know how well that will go. But yeah, I will stream. I hope it went well. We're doing some Mario Karts, some speedrunning. Okay. And there we go. Speedrun the shoutout command. You were building Roman cities again? I see. Caesar 4. Nice. Or isn't it Kaiser technically? I do love those games. Was the city prospering? Okay. Like every time I do this, I'm thinking like I can't believe speedrunners do this on like a daily basis for like hours on end, and I'm already stressed out on one run. Every single mistake. I think it should really be more like Kaiser, but the English because of the pronunciation. Yeah. As they tend to do. It's a classic English strategy, honestly. I mean, they can't even decide on their own pronunciation sometimes, so it's understandable. When you make the language a confusing mess, you know, it just it just becomes confusing, and you pronounce things wrong because it's confusing. Which is why the poem, what was the poem called that makes fun of, well, does make fun of the English language, kind of. I don't remember what it's called. But it goes through a bunch of like things that look like they sound the same but don't, then things that don't look like they sound the same but do, that type of thing. Because there's a lot of those. You've arrived to Gauls in Bordeaux, and you're now in a nice town in Sardinia. Oh. You can't make Kaiser happy enough yet. Well, you know, you can't have everything, I guess. I don't know if he's generally a happy guy. I don't think he was. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to assume that he was unhappy. But I feel like generally people like that weren't super happy. He's been demanding tribute, taking all your money. Yeah, it sounds like sounds like a ruler, alright. They do that. Turns out when people have power over other people, they tend to demand things. It's crazy how that works. And in fact, demand more and more as time goes on. It's how our power dynamic functions. I do love Maple Tree Way. Such a nice map, this. Just the colors, the music. The little worms, the wigglers roaming around. Current problem is that Caesar wants clothing, and you didn't have any clothes factories, and sheep take time to grow. Yeah, they do. Why does he need clothing? Does he not have any Did he forgot to do the washing? Maybe he ran out of togas. So one more lap? Yeah, okay. I was almost going to press the button early, otherwise. He's like, Steven, you just got wind down your toga, so do you have a spare? I'm like, no, not really. You're a current man, yeah. I got wind down my toga. Classic Caesar. And then of course it's up to the servants to deal with the mess. Never takes any responsibility. Shaking my head. You would think that being the leader of an empire, you would have a lot of responsibility, but he can't even take it for his own clothes, so... Doesn't sound like he deserves to be a leader to me. Oh shit. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was a pretty quick fish out. Got lucky two there. Okay. Berlin is such a pain. It gets a bit confusing. I really have to focus on where the arrows are and stuff, so I don't get lost. Ooh. Nice. That was a pretty good Berlin byways. Not gold worthy, but it was pretty good. I don't know if I can make the time back, honestly. I feel like I should be able to. Because we still have like half the run left. Another nice, relaxing track. Peach's Gardens. Oh, oops. Very green, very bright. Oh, damn it, Mole! Oh, okay. That was my own fault. I should have gone more towards the edge. I guess I shouldn't blame Monty Mole for jumping up out of his hole as I'm going over it. Back with lunch? Ooh, enjoy your lunch. Have I been? I've been doing good. I did have a migraine very recently on Monday. But besides that, like, I've been doing pretty good. I'm still working on a bunch of stuff and trying not to stress out too much about things. Which is pretty standard, I feel. Especially when working on my own. I just need to make sure I take breaks and things like that. Don't overdo it. Yeah, I want to launch a new YouTube channel, which I have been working on for quite a while. And I keep not doing it. I keep wanting the videos to be better and the stuff like that, and then God, I want to have videos ready so that I can stagger the uploads, you know, things like that. And it just takes so long to edit the videos. And then I get the migraine and I'm like, oh, but I wanted to do stuff, and it sucks, but we'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. So then hopefully with the YouTube channel I can have a lot more like edited content, shorts, stuff like that. Because I do have a current YouTube channel, but it's really just for uploading my VOD, and I don't want to overlap them because the edited content, like, YouTube doesn't like it when you have like half-an-hour videos and then like 5-hour VODs on the same channel. Like, it doesn't work very well, so I want to keep them separated. And the VOD channel also has like 1,200 something videos on it already. Just VODs from all of my streams. For like, what, 4 years? I think? 3-4 years? I don't actually remember. But yeah, going through all of those videos for people would be insane. So I want to have a fresh slate that is more curated. Instead of just throw from Twitch to YouTube and see what happens. Because that is what I've been doing, which doesn't work very well because people on YouTube apparently don't like the super long videos, or at least they don't find you with them. Like if they already watch your stuff... Oh nice. Gold. If they already watch your stuff, then obviously they might watch some VODs. But if they don't know you, they're not gonna watch a 6-hour, 5-hour VOD. At least not easily, unless it's something they're really interested in. So it's basically going to be a YouTube channel where I just do like best of stuff, make compilations, make edited videos for like a specific game so that people can get the gist of what the game was without having to watch the entire VOD, and just have the best of everything. And then hopefully shorts as well to kind of get people into it. Basically exposure. That's really it. I need to get back on making some more compilations. Yeah, I saw the Sarah one. It was really well done. You did good. I do watch Sarah sometimes, but sorry, I have to focus a little bit there. But I miss a lot of the streams, so seeing the best of is always cool. The only thing that really makes sense is Blood Bowl because you might want to watch the whole match. True. Though I haven't been playing Blood Bowl, I've been so busy with everything and just stressing out, and on one hand I'm like, oh, I should join another one of the tournaments. But then I'm like, oh, but then I have to schedule and like, I don't know how much time I want to take out of my day before I got things on track. So I just want to focus on getting everything a bit on track now before I start doing other things again, like the Blood Bowl and... yeah. We'll see how it goes. It's a lot. Because I'm still juggling with my chatbot as well, trying to get that up and running and better. And I do too much. I do too many things on my own. Trying to, like, I'm still trying to make art. I need to make thumbnails for videos. For the edited videos on my new channel, I want to make like specific thumbnails as well that are like fully handmade as well. And I'm like, why do I do this? I don't know, but I want to. I want to make a new profile picture at some point. And then I do everything myself. I'm like, why? Why do I do this? I could just find easier ways to do it, or like... I mean, I don't have the money to hire someone is the thing. Because otherwise that would be an option, but... yeah, it's a lot. We'll see how it all pans out. And in the meantime, I'll just keep enjoying what I'm doing. What the heck? That was... How was I so locked in on that? How was I so locked in? I saved 6 seconds there. I was just talking, and then for some reason I was just completely locked in and did everything. I blinked and I missed it, essentially. Like, I didn't even think about it, which is weird. I was just racing and talking and just not really paying attention. But then for some reason that makes me play better? Question mark? I guess that is sometimes how it works, huh? Do you miss me in Blood Bowl? Aw. We currently have an odd number in the next league set up. Ah, yeah, okay. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. When do the signups for the next one end? Do you know? Because I know it's the old teams, right? So like teams that have played before. I think I saw that. So at least I wouldn't have to think too much about team composition and things like that. I'll just have to pick one of my previous teams. Well, yeah, still in the final week of the league. Okay. Yeah, I'll think about it. If I might feel good about it. I'll think about it for like a week. It might take some time. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing with the video I'm currently working on. And if I've got that on track, I think I might be able to do it. Just need to write some things down. Because a lot of the things I do, I just wing it. And I realize that it doesn't work very well. Because then I sit down and I'm like, I'll just wing it. And then start editing, and I'm like, what do I cut? What do I not cut? Do I need to do voiceover for this? And things like that. I'm like, I need to just go through and write that down. Like, write down what I want for the video. And then just go through and make notes of everything. Because then the editing after that is then way easier. Like, I've done it once before with another video, and that went way better than the videos before that, which I do like, but they are not as clean. But that also made it so that I then look back at the other 2 videos that I did, and like, well, those aren't up to par. You know, and that's a really dangerous thing. Because then you're like, well, what if I just go back to those other 2 videos and re-edit them? And then I'll take another, like, week to do that. And then suddenly, maybe the other video, I'm like, well, that's now not up to par. And then you keep going into, like, the perfection mode, as you can call it. Right? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, where you just don't release anything because it could be better. It could be better still. It could always be better. I've always had this as well, even with like schoolwork and things like that. I had trouble finishing things on time because I always wanted things to be better. It's in fact why, fun fact, I failed my exam on when I in college essentially. I failed my exam, which lasted 8 weeks, mind you. I failed that because I couldn't. You had to make a plan for a company to set up their entire IT. I did IT studies, IT infrastructure and stuff. And the plan involved like essentially everything. So like pricing, how much would it cost to buy all the equipment, but also set it up. How would you connect everything up? Like an entire plan for the entire infrastructure for this company. And then at each step of the plan, you would have to schedule a meeting with the exam instructor, who of course has other stuff to do as well. Which also for me was difficult because of social anxiety, but that's beside the point. So you'd have to do that, then go over your plan, and if there were any problems with it, then you would have to redo that part and then schedule another appointment. So very stressful. 8 weeks, very stressful. Zato, hello. Thank you so much for this 37 months.
Why always when I'm not here? Bree/also 37 months Mongoose 6 happy.
Well, at least you caught it. We're still not done. Thank you so much. Anyway, continuing the story, so what happened, of course, was that I would make part of the plan. Like, I would have a planning for the exam, or when I would have what part done, which I tried to follow, and at the start that went well, but then as things went on, I started to be like, well, I could improve on this, or I could improve on that. And the problem is, if you think that, and then you delay the appointment with the exam instructor, right? Then you try to make an appointment, and then he's like, well, I can only do in like a couple of days. And you're like, well, I'm done though. So you're already down 2 days at that point. Because even though you technically made your schedule, you didn't include the time that it would take for you to have the actual appointment. So now you're kind of stuck, because you can't continue the plan without having your supervisor accept it. And then because that kept happening, I think I ended up being like 2 weeks behind schedule, which meant in the last like 2 days or something, I tried to wrap up the entirety of the plan, which, as you can imagine, doesn't work. If you try to do 2 weeks of work in 1 day, it doesn't... It didn't work. Especially because that included, like, talking to the exam instructor every time. It was a mess, and I ended up failing because of it. It was, it was not a great time in my life. But in the end, like, the year after that, because I actually didn't retry that. I didn't drop out. I already had passed the previous exam. It was just what do you call it? It was essentially like a better version of the diploma I would get. So I did have my diploma. I did get all that. But not the better version. And I used the next year to instead get Microsoft certifications. So I got a bunch of Microsoft certifications instead. And the fun thing for that was that I didn't... I actually talked to the school to not have me signed out. So I could get the discount on doing the Microsoft exams. Because you get like, I think it's half price if you're a student. So I was technically still a student. And I did my studies for those exams in school, but I didn't have to follow any lessons. And honestly, that year was amazing because I could just chill with the teachers and stuff. It was great. Because normally the teachers are like your teachers, right? But at that point they weren't. Like I wasn't actually part of their classes at all. So I could just like hang out and do my work, and it was very funny as well because I'd be in the classroom with people who were doing their classwork, and I'd just be doing other stuff. And they didn't know who I was a lot of the time. They'd just be like, well, there's this person sitting here doing something. They're not part of our class. Who the heck are they? And the teacher would just be like, oh, don't mind them. And it's the best. It was so fun. Because everyone is like, what are they doing here? Who is... Who is this? They're just sitting there menacing me. Exactly. Well, I wasn't menacing. I'd like to think I wasn't that menacing. Because I was studying. It was a very interesting time. And I think all bar one of those exams I passed first try as well. Which was very nice. Because if you have to retry, you have to pay again. Which sucks. I get it, but it sucks. And the only reason I failed the last... Because it was the last one that I failed once. And the only reason for that is that I passed the first two first try. So I got lax. I was like, I did it so well last time, it can't be that difficult. And then I didn't try as hard, and I failed, and it was like... I think it was by 2 questions, and I was like, why did I not study slightly harder? I was dumb. Get someone in chemistry class do that, but you did vaguely know her elsewhere at least. Yeah, so the weird thing for me, of course, was that it was the exam class that I then, after the exam class, did another year. So everyone I studied with either passed the exam and were gone, or dropped out, or retried. But the ones that retried were very few. so most of the people did not know me. There were some, obviously. I think I also did work on... So at the start of the school year, they had these projects for like either programming or some other stuff. Just to get people started. And they were group projects. And I did do those, like right at the start. Which made people even more confused. Because I'd be in a group with them in their class, like at the first week or something, and I'd be working on them with them on a project and stuff. Do this project, even have a presentation, I think, and stuff. And then after that, they never saw me again because well, they did sometimes. But they basically just got told, like, oh no, they're not actually in your class. Which would be very confusing, I imagine. If you're doing a project with someone and they're like, oh yeah, you know your stuff, it's pretty cool. Are you... And then like the week later, they're not there. But then in one of the classes, they are. And then you just get told, no, they're not actually a student. They're just here. It was very interesting. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just going into these stories now about my school, and I don't even know where I am in the speedrun anymore. Delta people watching? Not really. I mean, I was focused on my studies and everything, and I did the projects only because I was very interested in them. I didn't need to do them. I think the project we did then was using Google Maps. Oh God, what was it? We made a mobile app using Google Maps API to... I don't remember what it had to do. I know we had to do something. We had to make pins on the map to look for something. But I don't actually remember what it was. I know it involved the Google Maps API at least. And I do also know that while doing the project, I felt like I was the only one who actually knew what they were doing. I don't know if that's normal. But I definitely felt like I was carrying the project on my back and I wasn't even part of the class. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. I also did the main part of the presentation because I wrote most of the code. The people who got me on my team were very lucky, I feel. And you'd think as well that having no stakes in it at all, like I didn't get any grades for it, I didn't need to do it, that I would be slacking, but that was not the case at all. Just because I wanted to learn. Almost more so than when I actually was enrolled in the school. That was interesting to find out, that not being part of the class infrastructure made me more engaged. Surprise. Surprise, surprise. Not having to worry about grades makes you learn better? Imagine that. I think mainly because before that, it's more goal-oriented learning of like getting good grades instead of wanting to learn because of learning. Even though you choose the studies. Exams don't make you learn better? Shocking. I know, right? I know. Now, actually thinking back on the exam as well, so the 8-week exam I was talking about, it also had you, at some point, get a year second under you for a day or so, or a couple of hours, I don't remember how long, to do service desk stuff. So you basically got a bunch of emails throughout the day with support questions. And the rest of the 8 weeks, by the way, you got those too, but you'd have to do it yourself. But for that one day, you had someone else who, or was it 2 or 3 people, I think, who you then had to tell to do these things. It doesn't work very well. Some of the students are great, they were fine, but a lot of the time, these second year students are like, we just want to go home. We don't want to do your, like, they don't get any grades for it. Or, well, maybe they do. I don't actually know if they got grades for it. They probably did. Because otherwise, how do you get them to do it? But you have to kind of wrangle them and be like, no, you have to do these, like, go do this support question, like, bring me your answer, and then I'll check it over. And then you put the answers in later. So, one of them did great. He did a great job. Every time I gave him something, he came back in a reasonable amount of time with the answer, you know what, all that stuff. The other one, not so much. He did come back sometimes, usually very late, with the wrong answer, which I don't have to tell him is the wrong answer. Usually just straight from Google, completely like ripped from Google, which isn't even that bad, but completely wrong answer. So then I'm like, how? Like you literally Googled this, copied it from Google, and it's not even right. How did you do this? So that happened twice, and then the third time, he took a long time, and I was like, did he go home? Like, did he just leave? So I went out for a little bit to look in the classroom they were supposed to sit in. He was not there. I'm like, the guy just went home. I mean, we had to judge them after, so it's not bad necessarily. We just have to make sure the work is done and then judge them and probably be like, you know, the guy left, bad grade, etc. But then like 3 hours later or something, like very late, or like 2 hours, I don't know, he came back And I was like, where the heck were you? Like, why, where, where did you go? Because I went to check and you weren't there, and he was like, oh, I don't think he even properly answered. And then he handed it in. Still the wrong answer. I'm like, you took 2 hours to Google an answer, and it's not even the right one. What are you doing? And I just couldn't fathom. I couldn't understand it. Like, I don't even mind that you take a long time, right? It can be, some of them could be some semi-difficult. It wasn't really difficult or anything, but you had to look it up a little bit. But if you take 2 hours and you're still handing in the wrong thing, I don't know. What were you doing? I feel like he just went out for dinner or something. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot to do the thing. Let me just Google it quickly and hand it in now. Even though it's been 2 hours. I don't know. I will never understand that one, but I don't think it was a good part of the exam because of how kind of RNG it is, right? Because it really depends on like who do you get as the people under you. If they're good students, amazing, like easy job. Like you get everything done very quickly. You grade them properly, and that's it. You just, well, grade them. You just tell them they did a good job, essentially. But when that happens, you're like, why? It's like, this is just... Because then you're stressed out of like, oh, did he go home? Should I report this? Do I need to do something about this? And it's an exam. You're already stressed out, so now you're double stressed out. It was really bad. I don't know why they decided that was a good idea. It wasn't. And yeah, everything together made it so I failed, so yay, I guess. But now I'm here, and I can play games. So who cares? I still have a lot of the knowledge I gained back then anyway, and that's what matters. In first year of PhD, you did sit in some oceanography lectures. Didn't learn too much new there, but at least you didn't have to worry about assessments. Oh yeah. Yeah, not having to worry is amazing. I had the same thing as well when I redid the first year. Because I didn't have to do any of the like year-spanning stuff that was resolved, like English, for example. I had like a lot of assignments that were just the same. And because I already did that, I didn't have to do it again. When I redid the year. It's always really nice when you can just skip stuff like that. It's really good. Oh jeez, what was that movie? When I say skip it, you did do it. Just you don't have to do it again. But it means you can focus on everything else, which is just so nice. I don't know if that's better. Probably not. My hops weren't even good. doing? Okay. Recover. It's fine. I did at least gain some time when I was talking. Somehow. I thought I'd just keep going with my tangent because it was working. That's the main reason I kept going. Is that just I was like, I'm doing pretty good. Maybe if I just keep talking and doing this story bit, it just works, and it did. It's not amazing, but we're doing good. Somehow I do better when I'm just talking and focusing on the story instead of the game. Though I've kind of run out of things I wanted to say though, so and I'm like, what do I talk about? Do I talk about more stuff? Overall, my college years were pretty interesting. I think it was like before that, I think it's pretty normal to think, what's it called? So before that, when I was like in high school, if I think back to that time, I'm like, I was so dumb. I think that's very normal, isn't it? I think that's just a classic thing where you just think back to your child self and you're like, what was I doing? Why was I dumb? It's just such a normal thing. Still now, oh yeah. Yeah, like even thinking back, like 10 years back, I'll be like, well, I'm not the same person anymore. I feel like I'm a lot, like, different now. A lot more, I don't know, got my shit together a bit better, I guess. But overall, that's kind of the point in life, isn't it? To just improve. Hopefully. When you can. Just grow as a person. It would be more problematic if you look back and you were like, oh, it was better then. That would be, not great. Though there are times when it can feel like that. Especially thinking back to, like, not having to worry about taxes. And things like that. Thank you for the follow, WrestleMania. Yeah, exactly, Zato. Adulting is not great. You do miss when you were in uni, but not because you miss uni. Because you miss being part of the EU. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a sore point for the UK, isn't it? And especially for you in particular with the whole situation about moving. It just sucks. Nice. Okay, I feel like we're not making up 3 minutes and 40 seconds in the last, what, 10 tracks? No, less. Yeah, 8. 8 tracks. Can I make up 3 minutes in 8 tracks? Probably not. But hey, at least it might be a PB. And that's something. Even if it's a small PB. Small improvements. And hey, next time maybe I should just constantly talk about random stuff that I want to talk about. Because apparently that works. Sort of. Which track is this actually? Is this Vancouver? I don't know. I don't remember. I think this is Vancouver. It works as long as you don't have to think too hard, then it's a distraction. True. True. Which is why I let the story kind of guide me instead of thinking about like, what do I talk about next? I just continued with what I was already talking about. And then just go from there to another, etc. Gotta make a list of random shit to talk about next time. Yeah, maybe. I want to make a bunch of lists, to be honest, about... No, not about... not with random shit I want to talk about, but... all kinds of ideas I have and things I want to do still. Because I've actually, I've realized that I'm running out of games. I'm completing them at a rapid rate. So either I need to buy more games or I need to figure out something else. It's a terrible problem to have, I know. I mean, I could also go through Humble Bundle games that I have still and just see if there's anything that I want to play in there. But I just need to figure stuff out. It's like literally in the last week or two, I think I finished 6 games. I don't even know. a lot of the time it's because I then go into games that are like one stream games. Like Little Kitty Big City, I did one stream and then it was over, so it's just real quick then if you go into those types of games. Imagine running out of games. So I 150 plus unplayed games and 20 plus you want to play, yeah. Like I'm not exactly running out of like everything. It's just that the list is getting sparse. And the problem with that is that I want the wheel to be, you know, populated with games. And I need like a variety of them, like shorter games or games you can repeat, like Balatro, for example, which, by the way, the wheel still hasn't landed on. And I've had it on the wheel for freaking weeks. I don't know, like months even, I think, at this point. I think it's been 2 months since it's been on the wheel. It's never landed on it, not once. I want to play Balatro wheel. How dare you? Anyway, sorry. It's a bit of a side tangent there. But yeah, I want just a variety of stuff that I can play. But every time I get a new game, like I got, what was it? What did I play? Shit, I forgot the name. I'm terrible with names. Why am I so bad with names? Can't get the boosts. What did I play over the weekend? And Tuesday. I started Tuesday with it as well. God, why am I blanking? It's so bad. I do know I finished Symphony of War as well, which I've been playing on and off for ages. Hi again, Zelda. Welcome back. We're almost done. I'm trying to think. What did I play? I think that's also the problem, right? I'm playing too many games, so much that I forget what I played. That was Little Kitty Big City. And then I played... Shit. I played Symphony of War. I played Hitman today, which I finished as well. How was that 10 seconds game? I wasn't even doing a good one. The run wasn't even that good. I think I just kept doing badly on DK Mountain. Yeah, I can't think of what I actually played. In part because I'm doing speedrun at the same time and brain doesn't want to think right now. Get a bunch of coins. I did play Crab Game, but that was last week. Another Crab's Treasure, that was fun as well. That was I don't want to say shorter game. It was semi-long. Like what, 12, 14 hours or something? It's like a 4 stream game. Crab game, but you don't actually control a crab. Well, it's a hermit crab. It's technically a crab. Have I played the Souls games? Yes. Though the only one I played on stream... Wait, did I play Dark Souls 3 on stream? I don't think I streamed back then. Because even Sekiro was before I streamed, I think. I played all of them. The only one I didn't play was Demon Souls. I did try to play that on an emulator once, and that was terrible because I was playing with both hands on keyboard, using IJKL for camera controls, I think. That was terrible. They did do a remake. I might do that. I might do that at some point. I probably should. I would enjoy it. Samet, hello, welcome. Yeah, I played all of them. Sekiro, the only thing I recorded for Sekiro is the final boss. I do still have footage from that. The only problem with that footage is that I was dumb. And I had music playing during the boss fight, but it's not on a different track. So I do have the footage, but I can't isolate the actual sounds from the game. I also didn't talk during it, but that would be fine. I just... Yeah, it's kind of stupid. It's such good footage as well. But it will probably never be shared unless I like really make sure that everything is isolated and there's no trace of the music left, because YouTube will strike it like there's no tomorrow. It will just be gone. There's so many copyrighted music in there. That's, yeah. Or just replace it with wacky sounds. Yeah, maybe I can just mute everything and then just have sound effects. But I'd have to like manually do the sound effects for like every single parry, and that's insane. It's not called crab in French, that's why you're confused. Ah, yeah. No, that makes sense. It's the same in Dutch, technically. Technically it's called lobster in Dutch. It's considered... Well, I don't know what it's considered as, but the wording has lobster in it rather than crab. Insane, yes. Impossible, no. That is true. If I want to do it, I could do it. Bernard l'ermite in French? Oh. I don't know what Bernard... So it's hermit something. But I don't know what Bernard is. Oh, it's a name. It's just the name. Okay. I thought it was like... Okay. Why? I'm actually confused. Why would Bernard have... What does Bernard have to do with the little guys? The little hermits? I thought it would stand for something, like a... Because in Dutch, as I said, it's hermietkreeft, which is essentially hermit lobster, if you translate it like that. Which is not hermit crab. So it's kind of strange, but I don't know why that is. There's some strange language things. I wonder if there's any AI that makes a soundless, that takes a soundless video and can auto add sound effects based on what happened. I don't think there is, but maybe. And if there isn't, there probably will be, considering where we're headed with AI and stuff. Which I don't think is a good thing, but you know, that is just how it is. I guess it depends on like how the AI would do it like that. Gonna be annoyed by soccer soon. Oh yeah, isn't it the championship soon? I've been getting ads for that, which are very annoying because they make a lot of football puns and I hate it. At least one of them makes a lot of football puns. I think they make like 4 in the 5 seconds that I have to listen to for YouTube, because then you can skip it. And I know you can do ad blocker and stuff, but I don't like doing that. Because I want to support people. But yeah, every time that ad comes on, I just have to cringe a bit. Because of the forced puns, it sucks. They're just like, so bad, and I'm like, get me out of this ad, please. Secret to not be annoyed, just don't care about it. I mean, I don't mind it too much. I just don't like the ads that come with it, but that's personal taste. I mean, I don't like ads in general, actually, but the forced puns make it actually worse. Brazil, football ads are a common thing all the time. Oh, I can imagine. Or you're getting annoyed, I will be enjoying the football and the Olympics. Yeah, see, I mean, that's no problem. Like, you can enjoy it all you want, right? Everyone has their own opinions. The only people I don't like are those the like football hooligans and stuff. People shouting in the streets and getting way too excited. And destroying stuff. That type of behavior, it sucks. Like, it's fine if you enjoy it. That's not really the problem. But I think even most football fans would agree that the people that like the hooligans are assholes and that they ruin it for everyone. Team basketball, ooh. I didn't know you liked basketball. Or do you just prefer it over football, which I guess isn't that difficult. Love basketball, nice. I never really got into any sports myself. I played a lot of them, like I played volleyball, I played football, table tennis, judo, karate, lots of things, and I never did it more than like a couple of years at best. Usually not even a year. Because I'd be like, eh. I didn't mind doing it, usually. Table tennis is actually the one that I enjoyed the most, I think. And mainly because it was a decision I made when I was a bit older. Because a lot of the sports I was just not forced into necessarily, but what's it called? Pushed towards a little bit by my parents, because every parent is like, oh, you need to exercise, right? And you need to join the club or something, and then try different things. Maybe not every parent, but my parents definitely did that. So yeah, I tried a lot of things and then realized I didn't like any of them. But then the table tennis, I was like, I think I enjoy this when I was a bit older. But that fell off as well later on, so, you know, maybe I didn't enjoy it as much. It was pretty fun when I did it though. I just never got good because I didn't do it for very long. I like to think I was decent though. It was also really silly that I chose table tennis because my hand-eye coordination back then was terrible. It was a bit better than when I was a child, but it was still terrible. So I feel like table tennis is then like the worst thing to do because you need to hit a tiny ball and you need to react in time to hit the tiny ball, and neither my reaction nor my my actual coordination was good. So the fact that I was still able to play was actually pretty impressive. But I do think that also stopped me from enjoying it as much. It might have made me like it less over time. But I did get, because of that, I think I did get better at hand-eye coordination. And nowadays, I think I'm pretty good at it. No, not sure if I'm above average, but I'm definitely average. Because I've been working on it for ages. Just because I always sucked at it, so I wanted to make people know that I'm not that bad. Also, GG's. It's one of those things where you are bad at something, and then you're like, I'm gonna prove them wrong. Like I will, out of spite, get so good at this that the people who laughed at me for falling over randomly will be impressed by what I can do now. You know? But yeah, PB. We did it. We did it. We saved 18 seconds-ish. Which is alright. Which tracks was this? The DLC. All 48. You get it below 2 hours? Maybe, eventually. It will take a while though, considering how little I play. Maybe I should make it more of a standard thing. 96 speedrun when? I don't think you can't select all 96, I don't think. Can you? You got good at archery, enjoy cricket, but not particularly good. I'll just go back to this. Other things were just more playing with friends like badminton and football. Yeah, playing with friends is always good. Because then you don't have the pressure of wanting to succeed at a professional level. Or, well, maybe not even professional, but like, you don't want to let your team down. If you're just playing with friends, that's not too bad. Want to do judo for longer, but transporting was an issue to stop you from doing it. Like getting to the place? Yeah, I can see that. I think I stopped judo. I don't know why. I know that my mom said, because of course I don't remember too much of that time because I was like 7, I think. I was pretty young. And I'm pretty sure my mom said that I just at one point turned to her and was like, I don't want to come back. Like, I'm not going again. And she's like, okay, I guess. She's like, why? I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to. And that was that. You just stop. So I don't know what my child self was thinking at the time, just stopping, but it happens. You tried to do martial arts, but you always found the instructors unpleasant. Oh, there's definitely a lot of them out there that are way too tough on you and stuff like that, or I think the judo one I had was pretty good. I don't remember them being, like, bad. The problem I think I had with judo especially is that I was already awkward socially. And I found the prospect of, like, wrestling people, essentially, not comfortable. I didn't like it. I think that's the main reason I quit, is that I just was like, I don't want to, like, physically wrestle people, you know? I don't want to, like, take people down to the ground. Like that. No touch, kind of. Not necessarily no touch, but just less touch. You know, I don't mind, like, hitting someone a little bit or something like that. But the, like, having to hold them down on the ground, because that's kind of what you have to do, right? You have to get them in a lock, and then, like, hold them down. And I did not like that. like at all. I did it for a while and then I was like, no, it's not for me. Both on the, like, if I was the one in the lock and if I had them in the lock. Neither one I was okay with. I was like, no, I don't like this. It's just too much physical contact. I don't want to do it. Nowadays, I think I'm okay with it. I would be... I would still be awkward about it, I think. But yeah. Sorry, but I'm just reading back the chat messages because I couldn't... I was focused on the last couple of tracks. Good training, but if the other player takes it too seriously, it ruins the fun of novices. True. True. The category exists? Oh yeah, for the 96 tracks. Yeah. I guess what you have to do is then start 48 normally, and then when you get out, start the next one as quickly as possible, or do you pause in between? I don't actually know how they do that. I would assume you have to start them separately, but I don't know if they pause the timer in between or if you have to be quick about it. Need to also choose a sweaty loadout for a better time. True, I don't really think about the loadouts too much anymore. Since the balancing, like, there's still better cards. But yeah, I don't know.